The failure that couldn't become a doctor. Get out!
Yes? Hello?
Alan, you have to come back right now. Help us!
Trouble Busters!
Yo, stupid son.
Dad, you seriously have bad luck, huh?
I'm gonna take this opportunity to make this clear. In our family, the word failure does not exist, and we won't stand for any failure no matter what. While it may have been bad luck, luck is also determined by ability. You have failed. You fell off of the quickest route to become a doctor, which makes you what they call a dropout.
Isn't it because you're always hanging out with that wild idiot named Adam, and that's why you were attacked?
Don't talk bad about my friends like that, Sean!
Shut up! Can you not talk to me like I'm your brother? I was only your brother until yesterday.
What? What is that supposed to mean?
That's exactly what it means. You're not part of this family anymore.
What? What does that mean? To think you can't even understand something this simple. Why would you say such a terrible thing?
What?
The failure that couldn't become a doctor. Get out! Wait a minute! By tomorrow, I'm gonna have you transferred to the community hospital for peasants. Hey, but wait!
We waited one day, and as a result we learned that you can't go to school with that body. It's quite simple, isn't it?
No! How could you? I got into the university, so I was able to get results.
Nope, it's all your fault.
A loser in life will lose over and over again.
Luckily, we have our eldest son, Sean, so our family won't have any issues moving forward.
I'll be sure to take your own happiness and double my happiness.
There's no need for any further questioning. Take this patient to the Harrison Community Hospital. Wait, I don't want to! I promise, I'll work hard! Please! Take care.
We're gonna be living in different worlds now, but, well, hope you stay well somehow.
I worked my whole life in order to become a doctor. The amusement park and games, fireworks, and the oceans and the mountains too. I forfeited them all. Everything. I threw away everything for this, and yet... Oh, you're so loud with your little cries. Don't forget that this is a group room, you idiot. I'm sorry. Upon first glance, you seem like a star student with a pretty big head. You're going to be fine. How can you say that, though? Because, as long as you stay alive, you'll figure it out somehow. Look at me. I'm not smart. Average at sports. Face is also average. The nickname that I got in elementary school was the Red Mage Tommy, and I'm in debt of 10,000, you know? Yikes! 10,000? Not only that, but I have no idea how I'm gonna pay it back. Are you sure you're okay even though you're doing such reckless things? I'm not okay. I'm always being chased by the debt collectors. I'm always walking on thin ice. You might be worse off than me. Well, in reality, there isn't anybody who is more of a failure than me. What? Even though that's your situation, how do you get by? What are your thoughts and how do you survive? Aren't you embarrassed to be alive? Watch those words. Even though I am mentally strong, if you say it like that, it makes me sad. Sorry. I've just never met a failure like you before, so... like I said, those words!
This person who I met at rock bottom was named Mr. Thomas, and he's a super failure in life, but for some reason, he had this strange power that made everything he did forgivable. 6 months have passed since I had come to Harrison Community Hospital. Fortunately, my injuries were healing steadily, and I was able to be discharged without seeing a full year within the hospital. My body had fully recovered, and I started thinking seriously about what I should pursue. And then Oh yes, understood. If that's the situation, let's start by helping Rachel to calm down. No, it's okay. Well then. You're still working, even in the car, huh? You really love to work, don't you? I guess so. I really do think that this is a job of my dreams. Well, it'll definitely make you popular. Yes? Hello? Ellen! That voice! Sean! You have to come back right now! Help! What do you mean, help? I've done it. I didn't mean to. Did what? Alan, I have a favor to ask you. Nope, I refuse. I already know it's definitely not anything acceptable. Whatever, just listen to me. This is an extremely good offer for you. My older brother Sean then went on to reveal his plan to me, and the contents of that were unbelievably evil. There's no way I could leave a doctor like this without doing anything. I'll never forgive him. It's a trouble buster. Well, see? It's not a bad offer, is it? We transfer the patient to your hospital, and there, we make them undergo an additional operation. And then we make it so that it failed. See? Yeah. And with this, we can protect our family name.
It would leave a bad taste in your mouth if your family of doctors had nowhere to go, right, Alan? Your father, mother, and older brother. The time has come for the family that got along for 18 years to work together.
You should be grateful that you can be of use to us, Alan.
There's no way that such a sloppy strategy is gonna go well. And even if it were to go well, it'll cause issues.
If that were to happen, all of the anger would be directed at the surgeon of Harrison Community Hospital. If anybody were to find out about a fake operation, the entire hospital would go crumbling down. It's a major issue. You don't need to worry about that point.
Your father is considering inviting you to our hospital as a doctor. Isn't that great for you?
This is a special offer just for this occasion. However, you better recognize that there's no second opportunity.
What? Please, just accept it as that. My life as a doctor is depending on this.
I'm sure your salary at Harrison Community Hospital is a joke, right? You know our hospital is amazing, right, Ellen?
Are you kidding me? What the hell? Why are you getting mad? It's a good arrangement, isn't it? What are you worried about?
What the hell do you guys think that I am? Did you already forget what happened 8 years ago? There's no use in resenting us about that incident.
It's not like that's what we wanted either.
If you say that you're a family that doesn't accept failure, isn't making false statements a failure? Isn't making false surgeries a failure? You may be able to execute it, and if you get to that stance, then you may think you found a remedy. But do you really think it's gonna be that easy? And not only that, but your way of handling it is to sacrifice an innocent person. Is that what a doctor should do? In a job that is meant to be saving people? You're rotten. You lot are rotten down to the core of your bones. Stop being stuck in the past forever. It's true that you failed once before. However, your stubbornness to not give up on becoming a doctor gave you the opportunity to return to our family. Why do you refuse to settle it at that?
Alan, if you betray your team, that's gonna hurt you, isn't it? It's gonna be hard, isn't it? But don't worry, it's gonna be fine. People will always come to the winner's side. The Battle of Sekigahara is a good example. Yoshikawa, Kobayakawa, Wakisaka, Kuchigi, Akaza, Ogawa. They're all of them betrayed. But that's not an embarrassment. That's because it's obvious and natural that the stronger one prevails. At that time I left you, but this time I'll protect you. Let's help each other out from now on as brothers.
I refuse. I definitely refuse any prosperity that is built on an innocent sacrifice. I worked desperately for 18 years to become a doctor, but that wasn't in order to save the patients. I realize now that it was to save myself, and that is thanks to the president of the Harrison Community Hospital, Miss Rose.
Alan, that's not right.
What?
Becoming a doctor just to get your parents' approval is a disgrace to medicine, to doctors, and to the patients. A doctor's license is not an item to get on somebody's good side. You must not do it for that reason. If you want to become a doctor, not for your family, but for the patients, then...
If that's my reason, then...
Well then, I might just root for you.
And so, I decided to ask myself once again, why do I want to become a doctor? I didn't have any doubts in me anymore. While working part-time at the hospital reception, I was taken into Miss Rose's family house and lived there. I put my all into my studies. I was readmitted to medical school and I graduated. After I graduated, I got a lot of offers from private hospitals and university hospitals. But there was only one hospital that I wanted to work at.
Alan, are you sure about this?
Yes, the hospital that I want to work at is Harrison Community Hospital. There is nowhere else. So please, if you'll have me, none of you are my family. You need to face the consequences of your actions and shut your mouth and accept it.
I don't want to. I don't want the consequences. Alan, you have to help me. You're my little brother, aren't you? We're brothers.
What brothers? Don't get it twisted. Getting this phone call, the only thing I was happy about is that I was given the opportunity to talk to you, my former brother, about what happened 8 years ago. I finally solidified 90% of the evidence, and I was just thinking about serving it all to you soon. But you showed up at the best timing.
Wait a second. What are you talking about?
There's no point in playing dumb now. I told you that I have 90% of the evidence solidified, didn't I? It happened 8 years ago, so it may be difficult to get a conviction out of it, but...
Yeah, definitely difficult. Even though I definitely didn't do it. Cut it out. There's no truth to it.
I've already received the confessions and evidence from the people who attacked me. I also have the screenshots of the messages you sent them to order the attack on me, as well as the data of the deposit you made to them after the attack.
Crap! Those bastards! Those traitors!
No, it's not that they betrayed you.
What?
In reality, The only person who treated me like a normal human back in high school, Adam, went through some of his delinquent friends and did a lot of research for me.
What?
It's true that Adam isn't exactly that good of a person himself, but he does hate unjust things like that, so for the people who attacked me, well, apparently they're gonna be receiving an extremely painful punishment.
Huh? Steven, why would you send the messages on your phone?
And the deposit too! If you do something so sloppy that's traceable, obviously it was gonna get caught.
Honey, it looks like we made a mistake on that son that we should have chosen.
That's what it looks like. Alan, you should even be happier.
I didn't think that you were that stupid.
In the first place, if we were talking about just grades, Alan was way more brilliant than you anyway.
Yes, that's right, because you were the eldest. Because we put your cuteness first. We closed our eyes to the mistakes that you made, but...
Looks like what you've done isn't something that we can ignore as a little mistake this time. Looks like my belief in reality and results has turned around to haunt me.
I couldn't agree more. If it was Alan, the mistake this time probably never would have happened either.
What is this? Are you gonna betray me?
And who was it that not too long ago was declaring that it's not an embarrassment to go to the winner's side?
You are disowned. You can go down along with the failures of Harrison Community Hospital.
Are you kidding me? Dad, if that's what's gonna happen, then I'm gonna tell everyone about the misdeeds you guys have been committing.
Of course we haven't left any evidence that an idiot like you could just scoop up off your feet.
It's exactly as you're hearing, Alan. If you work with me, then I'll make you the vice president of the hospital.
Your salary will instantly jump to over $100,000 a year. Not a bad deal, is it?
100,000? I could play slots as much as I want. Not only do I have no interest in taking a seat that such dirty adults have created, I also have no intention of receiving dirty money either. You idiot! What are you saying?
That's right. What benefit is going to come for you of doing that?
It's not about benefits or losses. It's a problem between right or wrong. People like you have no right to hold a doctor's license. Hello? Who is that? I am Professor Allen's exclusive driver. Nice to meet you. This whole conversation, we've been recording it all. And we're gonna take it straight to the local newspaper and sell it to them. What did you just say? The mass media loves things like this, so I have a feeling they're gonna eat it right up. Stop that! What do you get out of doing that?
That's right. There's no benefit that comes out of this for you.
Didn't Alan just tell you? It's not about benefits or losses. It's a problem between right or wrong, you idiots. Although, well, that discussion about 100,000 did tickle me a little bit, but...
Hey, tickled you?
But this kind of evil is unacceptable, and I won't let it happen. I'm gonna show my respect for Alan's actions, and I support him.
Tommy!
Wait, calm down!
That's right. You can't get carried away and go off running.
Be logical. Think logically about this. Listen, right now, based on just one answer, you are being given the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become the vice president of a major private hospital. Are you gonna let that go to waste based on a momentary feeling from 8 years ago?
That's right. Opportunities like this don't come by easily, if ever. All you have to do is betray the hospital that you're at now, and one doctor. That's all you have to do, and you'll get to be happy.
Don't you dare decide what my happiness looks like. It's true that from a money perspective and based on a salary, the Harrison Community Hospital can't even touch the feet of the Smith Hospital.
Exactly. So in that case...
However, my heart is fulfilled. Everyone, and Miss Rose and the patients of Harrison, I love them all. And that's why I work hard. And there's not one person there that isn't fulfilled. If there are any difficulties, we face them together. We don't blame it on anyone else. We don't make excuses. And that's the Harrison Community Hospital that I love. And I would never stand to join your disgusting, unjust, crime-filled organization. Even if you gave me $1 million, I'd refuse. I would ask for 1 day's grace to think about it, but I would probably refuse. Probably.
That was honest. But Tommy, you don't need to answer to every little thing.
Now, as you can see, the deal is off. You better start looking for your new job now. First of all, before this negotiation, I was already irritated by your attitudes. I couldn't stand it. Steven and Nancy, you're just thinking about saving yourselves, and you don't think anything of the abusive words you threw at me in the past.
That's not true. I regret it.
Well then, why didn't you apologize?
I thought it was understood.
What makes you think that I would understand a family that disowns their son based on one setback? Any family that would leave behind their son from one mistake isn't a family. No matter how many mistakes you make, isn't it a family's job to support one another? Isn't that what a family is?
Well, then do that. Support us.
Just because we're family doesn't mean that love is automatically born.
Please, I beg you. I was wrong. You were just too smart and too perfect, so I was jealous. And I got too scared that at any rate my place wasn't secure, and that's why.
And just for that reason, you assaulted me.
I said I'm sorry. I'm apologizing.
I don't want to be involved with people like you under any circumstances for the rest of my life. And Steven, who has refused to say one word of apology until now, that's that. And I will be sending you all straight down to hell. Do you understand? No. Excuse me? None of this is okay. If you're saying that all I have to do is apologize, then let me give you that. I apologize. Give us a break. Then you'll give me that? What are you saying? Is that a joke? What are you mad about? You don't understand why I'm mad. That's why I'm mad. Listen, what are you apologizing to me for? Why? What do you mean, why? Because if you're gonna say that much, then I have to apologize. You have to apologize? Looks like you still don't even understand me. Not 1 ounce. Wait, 1 day! Give me 1 day! Stop giving me orders. I'm not the teacher of a manners school. Don't make me correct every single thing you do. I'm hanging up now, and I'm gonna block you. There will be no more contact. Goodbye. Ah! Why? Why?
It won't work. It won't go through.
I gave him plenty of benefits, but why? Why won't Alan forgive us? Why? Why?
Alan, help us.
My career.
And so, just as I declared, I exposed all of my former family's wrongdoings to the world. The effects of that were huge. And days and nights, the mass media were surrounding the Smith Hospital around the clock, and 3 of them had their backs pinned against the wall. Everybody quit the hospital, and the Smith Hospital collapsed. Then, Steven and Sean both had their doctor's licenses revoked. And Nancy had her nurse license revoked along with them. Not only that, but this incident didn't end there. My former family was sued for an enormous amount from victims' families, and in court, they were ordered to pay a total of $360,000 in damages. On the other hand, I am loving my job to this day as a member of the Harrison Community Hospital. Miss Rose introduced me to a wonderful woman named Melanie, and we got married. Next year, we're gonna welcome our first child, and that child doesn't need to become a doctor when they grow up. I want to raise them so that they can discover their own passions on their own time. And I want to do all the things that I couldn't do back then for my child. Troublebuster!